Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. FIKS, welcome back to my version. Kali ini ada match terakhir di grup apa ya? Etoha ya. Antara Honduras U17 lawan Indonesia U17. Sekali lagi national anthem Honduras ya. Nggak tahu Indonesia udah apa belum ya. Oh iya belum. Indonesian anthem.
Indonesia. U17 wakil tim di hari program ini Indonesia.
Tanah airku, tanah tumpah darahku. Di sana aku berdiri, jadi pandu ibuku. Indonesia kebangsaanku, bangsa dan tanah airku. Marilah kita berseru, Indonesia bersatu. Hiduplah tanahku, hiduplah negeriku, bangsaku, rakyatku semuanya. Bangunlah jiwanya, bangunlah badannya untuk Indonesia Raya. Indonesia Raya, merdeka, merdeka, anakku, negeriku yang ku cinta. Indonesia Raya, merdeka, merdeka, hiduplah Indonesia Raya. Indonesia Raya, merdeka, merdeka, tanahku, negeriku yang ku cinta. Indonesia Raya, merdeka, merdeka, hiduplah Indonesia Raya.
So the handshakes before the kickoff. All the plans of the last 2 days have been set.
Kalau misalnya di stadion pasti bakal banyak. Honduras berapa pemain? 4-2-3-1. Oke. Lucu apa lagi? Kios, Emmanuel Martin, Osman Medina, Obed Amador, Luis Suazo, Mike Arana, Marcos Reyes, David Flores, cadangan Edel Fuentes, Anderson Moran, Cortés, Oyela, Vega, Ariola, Balbas, Boden.
Flores plays that front and he scored twice in the campaign, supported again by Suazo. This is hat-trick hero from qualifying. Babu is our referee. He is accompanied by Romanians on each touchline and a Peruvian.
Romania and Peru.
Fourth official duties. Well, they are again. Remember, it's video support here, where each coach has 2 cards.
Indonesia pakai formasi 3-4-3 biasa. Mike Hoppenbauers, Matthew Baker, Panji, Eza Tanjung, Raffi Rashik, Nazril Alvaro, Evandra Florasta, Muhammad Al-Ghazani, Fadi Alberto, Mirza Filjatullah, Zahabi Goli, Marianto. Nazaku Al-Ghazimi, Jazid Zaidan, Cahaya Adi, Li Askariawan, Ramadan Ahmad Milanesta.
Those on yellow card alert are Rana, Amador, and Martin.
Ini kalau misalnya peluang peringkat 3 bisa asal cetak gol banyak harus. Israel Canales.
Coaches hold their counsel for now. Israel Canales on the Honduras bench and Nova Arianto
Ya, dikirim ini.
for Indonesia. Babu is ready. We're all set.
Oke, kick babak pertama sudah dimulai. Honduras U17 lawan Indonesia U17.
Final game in group H for these two minnows in the group who are pointless and winless so far in their two games against Brazil and Zambia.
Kalau Zambia sama Brasil udah pasti lolos sih. Memang pasti juara grup dan run up udah ini udah milik Brazil dan Zambia. Sekarang lagi main kita penentuan juara grupnya. Untuk Panji, Matthew Baker, Sonasta. Aduh, oke. Passingnya kurang. This is the golden age for national football team Indonesia. Hampir. Aduh, pelanggaran lagi.
Free kick given away by
Goli.
Who's come into this side today.
Keras juga sih Zabi Goli mainnya.
Jakarta back home. Pretty much everybody in the squad is based in their country.
Nah ya bapak Eta, bapak S. Bapak S nonton.
Based in the Netherlands. A chance here. In this game, every opportunity that comes along, vitally important. Paul, who's going to take this in?
Honduras. Ayo, Goli. Aduh.
Building up already in this game. I think for both sides will be trying to find some stability at the back after all of the goals that they conceded in their opening two games. Big concern for both coaches. After the two defeats, it saw them both ruled out of automatic contention for the knockout stages.
Okay, good. Israel. Udah. Oke. Kuasa ini ya? Ini kurang ya? Lupa. Oke. Florasta. Oke. Nggak ada yang meningkam. Florasta. Aduh. Vandra.
His intentions forward were scuppered. Under one of those on a yellow card warning. If they get another yellow card, then they would miss the next game in the knockout stages. Single yellow card, by the way, get ruled out, wiped out after the quarterfinal. So you've got to keep your nose clean for the 3 games in this round, plus a couple of games in the knockout stages.
Pelanggaran tuh, kartu kuning itu udah pasti.
Honduras there. And making a nuisance of himself and being dragged to the floor. It's the Hearts of España in its home country. Will risk the next match then. But players on the bench as well who are also in trouble. Jason Mariola and Raven Body. Into the right wing back Alcazani. Still 0-0. Chances yet to count on. One stuck free kick that was rather wasted by Honduras, but apart from that.
Oke. Putu Panji.
This final group match.
Udah bagus dong, cep. Aduh sayang, akurasi passingnya masih kurang. Oke. Bisa kita bisa dapat peluang poin tinggi karena begini Honduras main tepat saja 7-0 lawan Brazil, 3-2 kalah tipis. Anomali sih pertama kalah 7-0 lawan Brazil, tapi kemarin kalah tipis sama Zambia. Jadi jatuh gegabah ini maksudnya. Ya bisa aja berbeda permainan yang kan juga pertandingan juga tidak menentukan sih siapa akan masuk perangkat ketiga atau tersingkir. Oke, nah gitu Honduras. Nah.
Plenty of Indonesians here supporting their side.
Harusnya.
Flies over the bar.
Owner.
Bad ball in. Just about pinned away by Honduran head. Should be an Indonesian throw in.
Itu bisa.
Goal kick. Find Nessa there trying to get in behind. 16-year-old classic Kadiri man. Always just like to press aggressively. Links up well with the attacking.
Goal kick buat Honduras.
Shots on target in the two appearances and in both games. 4 goals.
Pelanggaran tuh. Dominasi bisa dominasi. Goli.
For Indonesia at the start of this game,
bisa.
being backed up inside their own penalty area. Forward comes Goli again.
Pelanggaran.
Ramirez who's come all the way back to help out the defence. Plays for Olympia. Back home. Top of the table. He's on the bench for the first team on occasion. He's an Honduras centre back, but not yet for them. Goldie lining up another.
Okay,
Free kick then for Indonesia. Organisation.
Hey, Fahmi, hello. Hello, Fahmi. Okay, Zabi Goli. Aduh! Hampir shoot on target. Dude, Zabi Goli. Okay. Nggak nyampe gini.
Real shot on target then in the game. Indonesia the better off in the opening 10 or so minutes. Still 0-0.
Tapi ingat, ini tuh U17. Aduh, ini U17 ya. Jangan tahu dibebanin ini. Biarkan mereka berkembang. Setelah beberapa melatih kompetisi dan ini latihan, inilah pembuktian sejauh mana hasil latihan dan dicoba dengan tim lainnya gimana. Sekaligus mengukur sejauh mana kemampuan kita 17 ya. Karena dia golden age. Ayo bagus. Oh, throw in.
Free kick there for a second. Al-Ghazali thought that he might get something, but the Jakarta man didn't. Honduras, first chance for attack, and it goes wide there from Luis Suazo, 17-year-old man who's on Braga's books in Portugal. One of the bigger names in this Honduran under-17 side. It wasn't the easiest angle to be able to convert from there, though.
Nggak nyampe.
Hat-trick in the 8-0 win over Bonaire during the CONCACAF Under-17 qualifiers for this event. Calm being called for. Indonesian Arianto. About slowing down the big moments for these boys. We all know how to play football. It's dealing with it when the pressure is on. Can you reproduce what you know you can do when you absolutely have to? That's what separates great players when they're really good. Slowing time down, giving yourself that time. Honduras trying to play their way out of defense and getting themselves into trouble.
Bagus.
Every time they want
Ini nggak, walaupun ngantuk sih tapi kayak. Okay.
Willing them forward. There are the Indonesian supporters. You can see that stand over there. There's Kunji, captain of the Indonesian side, who plays for Bali United. And then youth team. Let's break into the first team. Ow. That is a throw and a half.
Di restream dulu soalnya. Sinyal.
So into the lineup. On the bench for 30 games, but gets his chance here in this last one. Goal for the first step.
Yo, Jan.
2 games. And for United. I didn't want Indonesia again, but there's no real plan at the moment. What they're going to do with it? It's whacked away, and it'll be a throw-in off the boot of Back to Oliva. Because nature of the game, you can hear the two coaches.
Oh.
By Baker. 16-year-old. Who plays for Melbourne City.
Ya Jan, koma. Manjat.
Has actually played for the first team for the Australian side.
Okay.
More often than not,
Gini. Wah.
was looking through to Alberto.
Gila, hampir. Itu Jan. Itu ditayang di TV di web atau di aplikasi. Nah, ngaranna FIFA Plus. Kan.
Both games so far starts again.
Aduh.
Good chance in the middle. Again, it was these. Got a two-lap try to get in.
Ayo transisi. Itu kosong. Aduh.
Ball forward. Honduras now with a real attack. Draws a wild smash of goal by Lana.
Tunggu.
Having picked up a yellow card earlier in the game that will keep him out of the next game if they make it that far. This was a chance to atone. Good defending though by Rajasa.
Yo.
Was his full name. You won't be surprised on a name like that. He's on the books
Okay.
in the Netherlands. Going into the path now of Al-Kazani.
Panji, halo viewers di YouTube. Oke. Ini gimana nih? Oke.
Captain again has a little look up to see what's on and slides a neat little ball forward, but good covering. And has it back again from Razik. Alberto, surrounded. Baker. 20 minutes gone. Still goalless. Pitch 2 here at Al Rayyan at the Aspire zone. Indonesia having much the better of the possession of the territory. Looking for a that ball unable to be collected by Merza. Madratula.
Separah. Ini parah biasanya.
Also really struggling to come away. Rashik. This is better.
Aduh.
A spectacular save from the Honduras goalkeeper Valladares. It's probably a slightly easier catch. Work on that far side by Rashik. Just couldn't quite cut it back enough to find a teammate. Down the line nicely from Tantrum. Here comes Rashik, goes up on the other side now. Last attack he was down the left, this time he's down the right. Back to Dewey.
Aduh, nggak pelanggaran tuh. Bagus. Alberto. Goli. Tuh kanan.
All the pressure coming from the
Rasta.
Vandra.
Vandra. Aduh. Itu sampai di mana sih? Wah gila nih Honduras main bertahan ini. Pelanggaran nih. Gak bisa Pak Goli. Tuh.
So far.
Kan benar pasti.
Playing in the knockout stages. Halfway through the first half, and Canales' team of Honduras can't break down Nova Arianco's in Indonesia, but it's the same the other way around. It's even more troubling the other way around because Indonesia have done most of the attacking. Picked up again by Rana. It's going to be collected though by Baker.
Beker.
There's a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of energy that we've seen so far in the first part of this game, but they need some poise. Cool head.
Lepas.
We haven't seen any of that. Kids are all under 18. The under 17 World Cup, but the under 17 is a certain date to qualify for this.
Enggak.
The players who are here now when
Atau masih live ini. Pasti aja. Bagus. Aduh. Kayaknya ada bagian.
That's Ferratula. Got the shot away, but it hit a Honduran defender.
Enggak sinyal.
Long ball forward, but that tactic hasn't worked so far very well for Honduras. It's inevitably ended up giving possession back to the Asian side. Nazriel, though, has given away a free kick. Nazriel Faro, member of the Kasiba Bandung band. Good defending in the end by Medina from that shot towards his goal.
Hampir.
First goal here.
Oke. Mana sih ya?
Back to the half end of Ali Ghazali. Pretty low block, no high press about them at all today. They are clearly concerned about the pace of the Indonesian side. Now though, they're trying to break themselves. Now this is one of those moments where they could take full advantage. It's a handy break, and I was actually going wide. There was offside anyway on that far side.
Offside.
I guess I wasn't to know that. It was being honed in on by Suarezzo. Suarezzo had a hat-trick in qualifying. Just so far in this for tonight. Corner kick.
Honduras, apa aku bilang? Oh,
Good ball in. By the goalkeeper, Jassa, just as well because there was a Honduran on his own behind him. Still not away though. Honduras continuing the attack in open play.
Terlalu kencang itu bolanya.
Ramirez.
Iya panas ya. Zambia 1-0.
So Zambia have gone in front against Brazil. They were second in the table to the South Americans, but they're now top of the table. Those two sides have both qualified, but it's all about seedings now for the knockout rounds between those two, which is why it's not a dead rubber at all.
Okay. Okay.
Indonesia on the attack.
Ah!
Alberto. Looked after by Azu. Nice ball back inside again, and the best shot. And the follow-up.
Hampir.
First shot by Goalie, the follow-up by Mertzer.
Done.
Valladolid is needed to keep it 0-0. Great work outside on that left-hand side.
Fun. Mirza.
Goalie who sent the cross in, Emmanuel with the first shot. And Mertzer with the follow-up. Biggest chance of the game so far goes to the midfielder, Vlasta Evandra.
Operannya itu kursinya mas. Apa nggak dulu ini?
Midfielder again. 1-2. That was not almost nice. Good idea. Just didn't quite have the execution. Made their way through the lines. Ball trying to find. Here he comes again.
Aduh.
Goalkeeper's needed again.
Gila berapa shoot itu?
Right, that is. It's been kept busy, particularly from that left-hand side. Shot coming in from Alberto after good work by Goalie as well.
Ini parah nih Honduras ini nggak yakin mainnya gitu, parah bisa.
Alfaro puts it out into the path of Al-Ghazali. And again, Al-Ghazali sliding tackle coming in on it. Suazo. Half an hour gone. Honduras 0, Indonesia 0, but the Indonesians are getting nearer and nearer to the opening goal, which will be heading to the last quarter of an hour of the first half.
Ya.
Azar.
Masih pelan itu, baru bisa.
Egyptians surely going to get tired there mentally, much of anything else, and all this defending that they're doing. These are trying that left flank again. With Goalie having a terrific opening half hour. All from distance. Now, team's going to something super incredible to score from that kind of distance. The shot from Alberto. He's a good attempt as well from the left-sided midfielder to score for the first time in this competition. All the way back into the hands of Jessa. Untroubled so far. In fact, shot stopper.
Ayo tuh ih.
Trying to follow into the penalty area. A good movement here being put in by the Asian side, but just lacking that last little piece, that composure I was talking about earlier.
Turn
it all on. Been training in the games where I would start as favourite.
Out.
You know that you're standing in the game, your future in the game is on the line. Who is it that can really stand firm and repeat exactly what they know they're capable of doing in any other game? It's a battle. Look at the turn. Here comes Swazo. Runs into a problem though. The ball is jammed back into the penalty area. It's blocked by the captain Panji. Swazo again. And he's got a free kick on the edge of the area too. The man at the other end who had such a good chance, Andras Thoraska, who's given away this free kick right in the dangerous part of the pitch. It's a huge opportunity now for Honduras. We're right back into that conversation about calm. Belief in your ability.
See.
Joshua Palacios and Darren Oliva standing over the ball. Swazo goes into the box. Rajasa. Pensive, as indeed is a Honduran coach, Amadian Babu. He is creating the doorstop. Yeah, a little bit putting your hand over your head like that, because if the ball hits them, that will be the Honduras' unnatural position. Part of the learning process. So long ago that we didn't have anybody doing that at the base of walls. So they need to centre back Palacios or left back Oliver to take this. Palacios. Oliva and goalkeeper makes the save fairly comfortably on the left back.
There, yeah.
Indonesia resume their assault of the Honduran goal. Ball comes in from goalie.
Ada peluang.
Yes. Killed by Swazo. Goalie. It goes backwards instead of forwards. No chance here though. Down the line to Alberto. I'm sure to show that most of the attacking efforts from Indonesia will be down that left-hand side. Now a little ball into the middle from Rafi Rashid. That one is repelled as well. Rajasa. First thing he's had to do in the game. And got down well. That's been stolen away. Honduras on the counter attack. That's a little bit hard and good intervention by Panji. Amador trying to find some space. The right back. It's got Lobos back home.
Kalian turun bentar.
We're back on the defensive duties. Well, the game needs a goal here to set something up for the second half. Indonesia trying to come up with it. Nobody in a red shirt though in the box when that ball came in. A good one it was as well from Rafi. Nobody there to follow up. First yellow card for Denton, and second yellow card for Denton to come out of the pocket of our referee. Yeah, a little bit of that wild. So the captain, Angie, into the referee's book. Angie, not one of those dangerous suspension, though. Only tough free kick to take the right end of the park. By Flores, the captain. Wildly screwed over the top. Lack of patience sometimes. You shoot from that distance, believing in the process and just losing your patience, as I say, just going for it from a really unrealistic distance, looking for the super goal. Don't come around very often, even for the pros. Baker. John Alberto. Natalie. Again, not being patient. Going to pull the trigger from far too far out. That's a nice, neat play there in the middle from the centre back, Palacios. Far side, it's Gourley in defensive duty for a change as he tries to stop Arana getting onto the ball. Challenge. 40 minutes gone, 5 minutes to go until the break, still goalless. On pitch 2. Inspired zone between Honduras and Indonesia. Big ball. Mesa. Well taken there in the middle by the Honduran keeper, Valladares. On the books of Alicia, the Honduran league leaders. It's a ball a little bit too much on that. And Rafi knows it. It was the right ball, but he just hit it too hard. Reyes. Done by Indonesia through Aizar, who made the challenge. One of the 4 changes from last game made by Indonesia today. He's coming to the middle of the park and lays it out wide into the path of Aizar, the centre back. He's forward to midfielder Lazriel. Lazriel will be denied by Reyes. It'll be a corner. 3 minutes to go until the break. Tension obvious in the physique of Nora Arianto, even though he's trying to look at those calm. It's difficult to be calm when you get to this stage of the competition. So you're either going to be organising the trip home tomorrow night, or knockout stage is all in. Dealt with again though by Honduras. Suazo trying to get onto it, showing good strength. However, doesn't come away with the ball. Good persistence coming in from Rafi. Left wing back who's this was in here with their other pitches around, by the way. That one is from this pitch. Oliver. 29 certain talent, that you can't just go in like that. Going down, there's no yellow card. Just a warning, just to tone it back. Baker. Out he goes again into the path of Alberto. A little bit too much shooting from outside the area, in my view, in this first half. Rather than working the chances and trying to open up the defence, they pulled the trigger slightly too quickly. Indonesia in this first 45 minutes. They've been letting Honduras off lightly as a result. Strangely left by Oliver, and that conceding possession back to Indonesia. You see, there you go again, shot from distance. This time by Gurley. You're buying a lottery ticket when you try and see that distance out.
Terus orangnya. Nggak sudah mendapat ini.
So topic of the aspect of sector scoreline as we head towards the last few seconds of this first half. Drawing Isaac forward. Now onto Rafi. Rafi goes crunching into the advertising board.
1 menit, ya mungkin kata pelanggaran nggak terlalu banyak ya.
Robust challenge by Martin. Emmanuel Martin, 16-year-old, plays for Motagua. Sends Rafi sprawling. Oh, they broke off the ball.
Pulang sih.
That's the minute of time added on goal. The referee blows in a half. Okay. A little bit frantic. Not very controlled by either side. Most of the pressure though coming from Indonesia. Honduras soaking up that pressure. Best chances coming for Evandela in the 30th minute with a good shot that was saved, and Mirita followed up with a rebound over the bar for Honduras. But they had a free kick by Oliver that was
untuk babak pertama udah selesai. Untuk sementara skornya baik Honduras maupun Indonesia 17 masih 0-0 ya. Dan seperti biasa rehat babak kedua. Di IG matiin mic sama tutupin kamera. Kalau YouTube cuma tutupin kamera. Ketemu lagi di babak kedua. FIKS.
So 11 attempts at goal there for Indonesia, 7 for Honduras. That seems very optimistic for them. 11 free kicks overall, 6 of which came to Honduras, 1 of which they got on target for a direct free kick. But overall, the chances a little bit fewer and far between. So the goals at half in the second half, with both sides' futures at the FIFA Under-17 World Cup very much on the line.
Ya Allah.
Kita.
Jadi immersif internet. Oh, oh.
Oke, pertama ada pada film Cyanida. Pada akhir cerita film ini, memperlihatkan salah satu pemeran utama yang sedang terjadi. Ia ditangkap karena dicurigai membunuh orang menggunakan racun cyanida atau bukti jelas. Pada akhirnya sama sekali tidak bersalah. Akhir ini merupakan pekerja polisi dan sistem manipulasi hukum di Indonesia. Lalu pemeran utama film berjalan keluar sambil mengolah-olah sebuah barang polisi tersebut. Akhirnya dari film Roman Dendam, pada saat durasi film ini terdapat adegan yang sangat menggambarkan para pejabat di Indonesia.
Welcome back to pitch 2 at the Spire Zone in Al-Riyadh in Qatar, where the concluding matches of the group stage 2025 FIFA Under-17 World Cup are happening. These two sides probably won't be amongst those going forward, not on the evidence of the first half or indeed the first two games, but substitutions at half-time might make a difference. So then, Reyes has come off, being replaced by 17-year-old Jason Ariola. Scored in the game against Honduras, against Zambia. Hoping that he can do that again here. Also changes on the other side as well. With Imatari Rasetio also coming on. He played in both the opening two games. 60 minutes against Brazil, played first half against Zambia.
Oke, babak kedua sudah dimulai ya. Dan skornya masih 0-0 baik dari Honduras maupun Indonesia. Bentar ya. Tapi saya mau buang aja dulu karena nggak kuat. Bentar ya.
There are no more errors to be made. Drinks have been ordered at the last chance saloon. Now they just need to drink them. 0-0. First half, we had a couple of chances on each side. The best of them for Indonesia, though. They had 11 shots at goal. Best of them by Bandra, which brought a good save from Valladares. The rebound should maybe be put away as well by Netza. First touch in the second half for Rajasa. We'll have little or no work to do except save a free kick from Oliver after 35 minutes. We spent most of the first half retreating into defence, putting a low block up and then trying to break. So they didn't do particularly effectively. Above them in the table on goal difference, neither side picked up any points. Indonesia have conceded fewer goals than their opposition. Rasta Now it's for Indonesia to try to park break. That should be offside, I would imagine. However, they'll carry on. Chance here for Natsa. Still continuing.
And then get kaki.
Perhaps they can't create any space, so sent it out to Alfaro. He sent it out wide. There are still men forward for this break. Chance for Ahmed, one of the three substitutes at half time, to get his first touch. The other one was Azka.
Oh!
Spilled by the keeper. Considered the second
Bener.
attempt.
Walaupun ya Honduras ada serangan sesekali, tapi dominan nih. Sayang.
Oh, they're appealing for a penalty here. Video support. The fourth official.
VAR dari mana?
So Mr. Babu is going over to have a look. So video support card must have been offered up there by Nora Arianto. First check, is it onside?
Oh, itu. Kenapa?
There's a handball there as well. I mean, it didn't result in a goal, so this must be the real video support. Is this going to be a penalty?
Yang itu
Well, the shot of goal.
ada dua bukan kasus ya.
Be a free kick.
Dua kejadian lah. Masih shot yang mana nih? Oh, kemudian pelatih dulu.
So it's a penalty.
Uish! Yes. Wait, penalty? Okay.
Oh, and the Honduras want to appeal that, do they? Well, I'm not quite sure how they can appeal that, but I mean, the referee has made his decision based on the video evidence.
Okay.
It was a perfectly weighted ball forward and a perfect run from Netza.
Betul penalti karena apa dulu nih? Oh iya, dilanggar sih.
Lasios, the man who came sliding in wildly and wiped out the centre forward for Indonesia. Oliver, the man who sliding in and wiped out the
ya, tapi tahan dulu.
centre forward. The man who took the free kick in the first half that drew the only real save needed from Rajasa in the first half.
Ini kayaknya ketahuan nih, ini kelemahan segitu bikin wasit pelatih.
With the penalty being accorded, that means that Indonesia's video support card didn't lose it, so they retain it. The referee now explaining to the Honduran coach. It's a very new system, this. Everybody is getting used to it. Video support system. There's no VAR, no video assistant referee, so it's just the referee and the technician.
Wajar sih, kan baru diterapin ini ya. Semua udah sih di yang
penalty kick confirmed.
Nggak tahu ya, tapi ini untuk kompetisi resmi di U17 sekarang.
Now needs to be strong. 4-5 minutes second half. Indonesia here with a golden chance to try to get in front. Here we go.
Yes!
Beautifully done.
Goal!
By Ivandra Forasta. The man who came closest to opening the scoring in the first half has indeed turned in the second.
Ivandra. Goal.
It confirms Indonesia's place in third place, where they started at kickoff. The 17-year-old who was involved in the qualifying competition earlier in the year. Comes up with his first goal for the under-17s, and what a goal it could be.
Agak sedikit Panenka-nya lah.
They have real hope of making into the 8 top third-place teams from the groups, but that is a good start.
Yes, good. Florasta
Honduras 1.
5-2.
Honduras 0. Indonesia 1. Now they need to stay strong. So an old saying that never so vulnerable as when you've just scored. Meanwhile, he's working on his team to retain their full heads as well. It's not a good hand there of the Indonesian captain, but we didn't know an awful lot about it.
Hah? Ya anan, karena gigi. Aduh, ya pas. Ay, kali.
So another penalty immediately. Full heads did not prevail against the Indonesian side, and a chance here for Honduras to come straight back into it, and they do through Suazo.
Karena juga gol.
And suddenly, parity. Barely a minute later.
Cepet loh kejadiannya.
First 50 minutes, and then suddenly back-to-back penalties. Rajasa sent the wrong way. And Suazo gets his first goal in his second match here at this championship. Honduras 1, Indonesia 1. Suazo with the foul and refusing to give the ball back. Here's Velasca, who's felled by the opposing captain Ramirez. Oh dear, that is not clever. That is not clever. And Ramirez could be in all kinds of trouble here. Red mist suddenly rising. Into the eyes of the man who should know better as the captain and skipper of his side. I mean, it was a bit of a dive. It was a foul, but it was a bit of a dive. Ramirez, by the looks of it, is not even going to get booked, which is very fortuitous. Flores on his back there because his full name is Davide Alexander Flores Ramirez. And well, there we go. At least he did get booked. It would have been amazing if not been. If there had been a red card, then they could have used the video support to challenge it, but you can't do that for yellows. Free kick in Indonesia, which is straight into the ball.
Pelanggaran jelas lah.
The goals. Something two came along at once. Not from overplay though. side again. Robert Ramirez. Just want to break quickly, but good defending Scotland doing it. Captain Manji, Manji, Baker, being allowed to come quite a long way into the third half. Gets the ball forward as well, the shot from Evandra.
Terlalu ini memaksakan.
He's one of the more important players on the pitch as the midfielder. Evandra Florasca. Attacking midfield. However, the ball's been given back the other way again, and that's a nice little move around. The goalkeeper's seen this early though, and it's a good sortie onto his area. Not interested this time though. Decided to feed it out wide. And we're leading on the other game. We're in the group with that 1-0 scoreline against Brazil. Coming into this game, these are now founded matches with 11 goals for some conceded, but Zambia reaching their net for the first time in this group stage. Meanwhile, they conceded 13 goals in 2.5 games. And Indonesia has scored as well. Indonesia have conceded 8, so still holding on to their +4 goal difference advantage over the Hondurans. A draw though will definitely not be enough to get you through to the knockout stages. Doesn't do either side any favours. Forward by Baker. And all the way through and out. After Dimas. He's been involved in all 3 games. He's played 90 minutes in the offer though. Indonesia again coming forward, nice little ball into Gaza.
Corner.
They're being well accompanied by Medina. So 90 minutes against Brazil, the 17-year-old, that's Mario Medina, but 28 minutes. Against 70 as a substitute. Inside today, though. Indonesian corner, hour gone. And, Baker rose at the far post but couldn't direct. And City man runs away disappointed. Nazri. Again feeds it down the line. That's enough now for these two sides to keep themselves in this competition. Maybe a dozen or so countries have qualified for the next round. And that And again comes into the middle for Indonesia. It's been a little bit more even though in this second half. Indonesia not quite dominating possession of territory in the way they did the first.
Bagus loh udah kemana?
The big ball inside, that was nice. However, just a little bit too far. They're in front of U17. Asian sides, both the Koreas have made it through, Korea Public and Korea DPR. Central American side is yet, but the South American and Venezuela made it through, as have Brazil. A number of European sides have made it through. Led by England, who were the first to get through third place in their group. I think it was the senior side. They were the first team to qualify for the Senior World Cup from UEFA. Sliding challenge, that was a bit ugly by Arzu. And then Arzu, one of the 16-year-olds in this side. There aren't many of them. So another man who plays for Olympia. A little bit too enthusiastic there in that challenge. Into Indiana. Velasco again over the ball. This time a little big one into the area. Well dealt with. Out to Miazza. Miazza! Deflected. Who also? It'll be a corner. A nice ball in, but it was well dealt with early on by the centre back Palacios. So though followed up. It'll be right chase in the way though. Well, either of these two sides will probably get through even with a win now, unless there's a goal rush between now and the end, and there's been no evidence so far to suggest that there will be one. Another video support card has been issued.
Apalagi nih?
Maybe after another penalty. First of all, is it offside? Could well be. So, next question is the handball. From the shot by Merza. I don't think it's from the Palacios header. It would be from the shot here. Well, handed behind the back for a start. Even if that has hit him, he's turning round to be fair, but you can see him hands hard against the body, which you could argue is not a natural position. The two coaches summoned. So yeah, no penalty. That means that video support card will be lost. Arianto. However, Indonesia do get the call. Will be taken by Fabio. Fabio sends it in. It was well kept in at the near post actually. It was not a terrifically accurate corner kick.
1-1.
Yeah. Now a chance for Suazo. A little bit unnecessary because they probably would have ended up having a throw in or at least good possession in that half, but instead chucked it away completely. Suazo we're halfway through the second half, and it's Honduras 1, Indonesia 1. Here comes Bandler again. It's a really good ball into the middle. But Fabio unable to take advantage with the goalkeeper looming above him.
Padahal penalti ya masukin.
Hah?
Defender's nightmare.
Kemudian kemasukan lagi.
Penalti juga.
Unable to get there in time. In the second half. The second goal against Zambia. Boys. To the path of Amador.
Okay.
Agak masuk televisi.
Alvaro. 17 shots on goal. 6 of them are coming in the second half. 7 shots on target. Again, we wouldn't call them big chances as they're called these days, clear-cut chances as we used to call them. So they're not happy that the referee runs away from his appeal for a free kick. Indonesia run at the other end of the pitch on a counter-attack. So Nick Jones. Dropped all the way back into defensive midfield to help out his players. So Venezuela are in a strong position, 2-0 up against Haiti. That's because England are beating Egypt, who were leading Group E. So after that spot, I think England's chances a great deal of help as well if they can hold on to that. After 25 minutes in though, those two games. The two games are happening at the same time as these ones. As Angie disappears over the advertising boarding.
Kapten dia.
With too much enthusiasm coming from Oliver, trying to get his hands on his ball, after trying to get his feet on the ball. Long ball in, here it comes again. That's a whopping great throw. Long throw becomes really rare again in the Premier League of late. He's gone out of favour for a few years. I'm sure it's got one. He's got Latin bands in his shoulders. So South Korea and Switzerland confirmed their places in the knockout rounds. Switzerland top of Group F, followed by South Korea. Mexico losing out, so they remain on 3 points with a goal difference at 0. And when you consider the goal differences of the two teams on display here today, that shows you the uphill task they have. Indonesia with a free kick, that's a decent ball into the middle, but again, it's not very dangerous. Over the top. Good delivery by Vandela. Baker again couldn't keep it down. The last 20 minutes. 3-1-1. Both sides at the moment getting out of the competition. 3rd and 4th, Indonesia and Honduras respectively. Interception, but it's going to come through anyway to Miazza. Good ball in, trying to... Yes!
Alberto.
Mantap tuh.
That's the way to take control of the tie. Wasn't an awful lot that the Honduran goalkeeper Valladares could do about that. What a thumping drive that was from the left-sided midfielder. Look at this. Bang! And his first goal at the Under-17 World Cup will be one that he'll remember, particularly if it's a match winner. Indonesia back in front with 17 and a half minutes to go.
Alberto.
And hope for the knockout stages is raised once more.
Alberto 72.
Well, in a match that's been bereft somewhat of real attacking quality, that was the best moment of the match. And here they come again. Goes wide from
Sahabat.
Ahmed.
Ya, Ahmad.
Suddenly, all of the pressure is coming from the Asian side. Ibangala, who started off with his penalty, shoots from distance. Well, it's a matter of how bad the shooting from distance has been, and that's the best one so far in the game.
So far.
Won only a few shoots over the bar. You can hear the joy coming from the Indonesian fans. Quite like that song, actually.
Ya.
Well, they won't like it if Honduras come back here, mistaken,
Terus.
trying to distribute the ball out of
Pelanggaran.
midfield by Indonesia. They've been let off by an injudicious tackle from the Honduran. Great. 5 minutes to go. Indonesia have led twice in this match. They conceded an equaliser barely 2 minutes after they took the lead. The lead has lasted 3 minutes now. Point away by Oliva. Return by Nasri, but it's trouble in the end.
Kenal?
Kanji is the man holding his head, the Indonesia skipper. As you would expect, 90 minutes in both the games so far for the man with the captain's armband on. He's in Bali. Of football. That was the goal, though. Well, if you're going to have a match winner, why not do it from outside the area? The balance involved in that was superb. Totally knew what he was going to do from the moment he got his first touch. not going to see any more of the Indonesian skipper.
Oh,
Ang
God.
He's
kapten
to
niya.
be replaced. The man who will come on to
Bago
replace him
siya.
is
No tahu man.
Lucas Raffaelli. There's also going to be a substitution for Honduras as well. So Christopher Berger is going to come on, and he's on the right hand side. So we'll just bring on a defender. This will be Indonesia.
Tarkam.
Indonesian fans delighted.
Indonesia banget ya.
So the skipper is carried off. It's Arana who is going to come on for Honduras. Final minute. Just got the punch coming off. He replaced by Lucas. All charged down. Let's get the ball forward there, Honduras. They're now running out of time fast. We need 2 goals ready to give themselves any hope of being going through. It's one of the best third-place teams. Pretty hard in there. Forrester is the man who is on
Oh, the captain.
He's the man who's got the captain's armband now, but the centre-back Angie is being taken off for treatment.
Bekal. Okay. But passingnya masih.
Ball away and took possession away. 10 minutes to go. 80 minutes on the clock. Foot left into the challenge there by Vega, who's just come on. However, Indonesia continue on anyway, and they've crafted quite a good opportunity. It goes wide from Dimatani. Nice little weave around there. There was no other option, perhaps, although I say that, but yeah, so they carried on through and could have received another little ball through, and then it would have been him against the keeper. Honduras. Under 9 minutes, doing something about this 2-1 deficit. It's Suazo. The back ball in from Suazo. It's almost a very good ball. One with the head, one with a flailing kick.
Ya. Coba lagi ya.
Hah? Enggak.
Make contact. Medina almost got there and took it off the boot of Ariola. Instead of being brought away by Baker. Long centrifugal ball forward. Metzer can't collect and ends up knocking over
Yes.
his marker in any case. Clear. Running straight into Palacios. Running into Arthur, excuse me. Surprisingly, Honduras now speeding everything up, including the throw-ins. Their World Cup campaign. And spiraling down the puck hole at the moment. They really need to plug it in the first place to help build up their hopes throughout this competition. It's been a demoralising experience. They're trying to come forward here with Flores. Suazo. Both of them in the box. Suazo's trying to go through. He goes down. Referee has not given a penalty. I thought he was pointing at the penalty spot there for a second. Suazo looked at his coach. Great run by the forward. Contact with Al Ghazani.
Was that fun?
That's fine.
So then, video support review has inevitably been served. Makes sense at this point anyway. So the first thing is no offside. There's no handball there by Flores either. So then we start to watch Suazo. He cut back inside. I'm not quite sure what they're going to tell them at wide angle. We need to be right up close. As he just run into, there is a leg forward by Al Ghazali.
I think I need to.
Could that be interpreted as obstruction rather than a foul? If it is obstruction, it would be a free kick, an indirect one. What's the referee going to decide?
Oh, no.
Barry Barber completely in agreement.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's just keeping
Throw in with it.
counsel. They probably know that if only stood his ground. Desperation there, Suazo. Desperate to get something. Raven Borden is about to come on, one of those who was dropped from the starting lineup. Here he comes on for Amador. Goes midfielder. And comes a forward. Not surprising. They're going to throw everything they can now at the Indonesia goal. Literally. Here it comes. Another massive throw into the middle, causing problems. Here is Flores. Hits it against an Indonesia defender, and it's that man there, the man who scored the opening goal, and has taken the captain's armband as well. For Asta, the complete performance.
No.
With another one coming in though. Here he comes again. From Oliva. Almost clear the entire pitch with that. There'll be a few coaches who will be looking at that long throw, I think, and evaluating what's possible. Flores went up for it. It is a corner kick in everything but name. That throw from Oliva. We saw in the first half, he threw it from deep inside his own half, deep inside the second half. He's got so much power in those arms. Indonesia just getting rid of it anywhere with 3 minutes to go. Honduras at the moment on course for a third straight defeat. Indonesia on course for their first points in Group H. But will already be taken by Zambia or Brazil. 18 minutes gone there as well, and Zambia still leading. Thanks to the goal after 26 minutes by Jonathan Kalimina. All in. goalkeeper gets something on it, but the referee has blown for a free kick on the Indonesia shot stopper.
Pwede din luar ya.
Naturalisasi.
Mati.
Najasa.
Oh iya benar luar. Naturalisasi.
Nicely done. Suarez on his way again. Looking inside. Chance here at the last. Bogan immediately into the action, but smothered by Rajasa, who's not had much to do in the first half, but what he has had to do, he's done well. And Bogan will go into the book almost immediately. The referee Giannini was never in with a chance of getting to this ball and slid in on the goalkeeper.
Tangannya kena ya. Oh kan tangannya.
And we got a card as well against Zambia too. One of those who would have been suspended for the next game had Honduras qualified. Another substitution coming up then. Ilham Romadona is going to come on for the last few seconds. I can imagine that the fourth official was getting the minutes added on board ready, and all of a sudden he's got to change that and put up the substitution board instead. There isn't. 1 minute. Managed to get that job done first. It's not an awful lot of time added on at the end of this. Neuza is going to come off. There is Neuza Kojalotula. He's led the line well in this game. Best chance came in the first half, where he followed up on Ivandra's shot at goal with a rebound that went over. Also a bit hard. Not as much as this one. Brazil have equalised in the other game. That puts them back at the top of the Group H standings once more, heading into time added on at the end of that game as well. The Zambians will be sick with that if that stays the way it is, because it will hurt them in terms of seeding for the knockout stages. Into context, the team that is the best in the group stages will take on the team that was the worst of the top 8 third place teams. And it works backwards from there. So it's certainly within your interest to be as high up the seedings as possible.
Okay.
Across was Aida Babish, Turkey.
Oh 7 ah.
7.
91.
Is going to take the result of throwing. He's got quite an arm on him as well. And it's also Indonesia's purpose well. It's a yellow card for Tom Wilson, one assumes, for Fabio. We only had 1 minute added on. That's gone to 7 minutes now. decent ball in. And a good header out by Arzu. Sure that ball said 1 minute at the end, and so that's the assist, the fourth official. Got a little bit confused with all of the, and that's going to be a yellow card as well for Alberto.
Kuning day.
He's not one of those who is on the threat of a yellow card ban yet, but first yellow card in the competition. Corner comes back in again. On it comes Baker with another header, but he couldn't get any purchase on it from the ball forward by Evandela. This has been the game we were expecting. Both sides have struggled in attack through the competition so far. Their defences couldn't cope with the likes of Zambia and Brazil, but they have been able to cope with each other. Here it comes again. It's a decent ball in, and maybe bounces through easily for Rajasa again. He really can throw that ball. I've never seen anybody who can throw it quite as far as him. Ooh, 17. No, he gets stronger. Well, the Indonesians are celebrating. Here it comes again. And that's just with the 10 forward. They'll come back the other way though. You can see not many Indonesians coming forward. It's back forward again by Valladares. However, straight to an Indonesian player. Here's Evandela. And you can see some space on that far side. And it was a lovely ball, but it's offside. On that far side is Valladares. Well, it's been always sort of done his best to drive them forward all the way through this competition of possession as Evandela. Often running in this game. For me, he's been the player of the match. What do you think? Like that. Final minute of the minimum 7 added on at the end of the game, and a yellow card comes out for Ali Ghazani. Again, not one of those who was in danger of a ban. It's up his first yellow of the tournament. Not sure 2-1 is going to be enough though for Indonesia to maintain their interest as Honduras players are beginning to lose their heads now. Knowing that they'll be heading home in fourth by the looks of it. And they're only young. 17 years old. This is a big competition. A lot of scrutiny. Even if it's only the under 17s. This is where the growing happens. Free kick in. Oh, it kicked it out all over the place. Ironically, it was Evandela who didn't know where it had gone. It rebounded off of his leg. Suazo. Surrounded by red shirts though. Suazo again has it. Trying to lead the home on his own. Suazo needs to get the ball in. 3 are there if he can get it in. It's well blocked though. Everybody in a red shirt though back almost inside their own box, which is allowing Honduras to launch a series of attacks. There's the latest one! The punch from Rajasa.
Pelanggaran dulu.
And
Yes.
the referee blows disappointing a third straight defeat for Honduras, but the first points and the first win for Indonesia. It may not be enough to send them through to the knockout stages of this FIFA Under-17 World Cup, but goals from Velasquez and Alberto enough. As it finishes Honduras 1, Indonesia 2.
Belum dapat dari beritanya. Bosan.
Celebrations then for Indonesia for the first time in the competition.
Oh iya? Gimana?
Kirain nol ya, Honduras ya.
Hah?
Nol ya, Honduras.
It's only the second time that Indonesia have qualified for this competition. The first time was last time on home soil, group stage. The first time they'd actually come to a qualifying competition to earn the right of competing on the world's greatest stage for under-17s. At least they go home with a win. More than they achieved when they were hosting the competition in 2023. Their first win at the World Under-17 Cup.
Good. Yes.
So the statistics rather bear out why Indonesia won that game. 24 attempts, 16 of which were on target, 2 of which hit the back of the net, including a penalty. They had 5 corners. Honduras' discipline fell apart the more the game went on. 3 yellow cards, 17 fouls, although 4 Indonesians also made their way into the referee's book as well. It's still Brazil.
Di orang Honduras, Indonesia bantai 13-0.
Zambia and Brazil will be going through by right to the knockout stages of the U17 World Cup, but in which order will they go? It's still 1-1 on their pitch here at the Aspire zone. Goals coming Jonathan Kalima in the 26th minute, but in the 81st minute, Bell equalised. And scored against Honduras in the opener. They've done it again against Zambia. It stays like that, and Zambia will go through, but they won't win the group, which is what would have happened had they managed to stay in front. They are playing 5 minutes of time added on. They have reached the last of those minutes. We are waiting to see what happens in that game. And that game finally finishes, we'll be able to bring you the final standings in Group H. In order to get into the top 8 of games,
Wis akhirnya memang juga. Tapi nggak tahu ya lolos enggaknya. Soalnya kan udah peringkat masih ada grup lain.
Indonesia are in the top 8.
Disiarin bang, disiarin apa dulu sihnya? Ya baru selesai juga. Baru selesai ini juga. Disiarin di FIFA Plus. Di FIFA Plus ditayangin. Ini baru selesai. Nah tadi menang 1-2 ya atas Honduras. Tapi nggak tahu ya apakah masuk peringkat 3 terbaik. 1-2 menang 1-2 atas Honduras tadi. Tapi baik lagi kan masih dapat grup lain. Apakah kan poinnya 3 minus berapa? 7 gitu ya. Minus 7 kayaknya sisi golnya. Apakah masuk peringkat, kan yang peringkat 3 diambil 8. Ya maksudnya 32 besar ya, nggak tahu tah. Lihat grup lain aja dulu. Tapi yang pasti mau menang, mau lolos gak juga, tapi ini bagus prestasi buat Indonesia di U17 Piala Dunia. Oh ya lupa Men's, halo Men's Gaming. Oke ya. Gitu aja, ada yang mau disiarin bang, disiarin di FIFA Plus. Tapi kalau minta dibalikin ke layar, sorry tuh saya jangan, nanti kena copyright sama FIFA-nya. Terus skornya 1-2 menang atas Honduras. Gitu. Bagus nih, benar. Mau dimanapun Garuda. Good.
Knockout phases automatically. We're just waiting to see whether or not they can actually win it. So then that game is now finished 1-1. Brazil then win the group, but it was close. They needed a goal 9 minutes from the end to secure their place at the top of Group H. Zambia go through automatically as well on their debut in the tournament in second. And Indonesia, unfortunately for them, will miss out. They will not be able to get into one of the 8 top third-place teams. Honduras, well, they go home anyway, unfortunately for them. 3 straight defeats, no points. So then it was full of tension in the end on pitch.
Kan A B C D, A B C, A B C D E. 12. Oh berarti harus peringkat berapa tuh ya? Oke, karena udah selesai ya. Iya, thank you ya udah join live pada malam hari ini ya. Ketemu lagi di live reaction selanjutnya. Nanti hari Sabtu ada live reaction pemain. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Fix, see you, bye bye. Habisin durasi dulu.